Jack sitting down ahead of Saturday's game against Wrexham. Just want to start really. There was a big moment at the end of that game against Lincoln when we thought we'd won the game later on. Can I get your opinion on what happened there?
To be fair, I'm still not quite too sure what happened in terms of why the ref blew the whistle. I think he thinks that he's seen it hit Angus's hand, but after speaking to Angus, I think his midriff kind of in that area, and it kind of sat nice for me and Sonny, and obviously me and Sonny have been arguing, but I did kind of get the last touch on it. But if it was to happen, I would have gave it to Sonny. So no, we're kind of disappointed with not kind of stealing it in the last couple of minutes. That would have been massive for us in a big 3 points, but it wasn't to be. So we'll take the point and we'll move on to Wrexham.
Yeah, not to dwell on it. It was still a really positive result, getting a draw up there after the home form they'd been in, and 6 matches unbeaten, 4 clean sheets in that time. You must be really pleased with that, especially as a player in a defensive position.
Absolutely, yeah. I think I spoke about it maybe last week to someone. I think it was yourselves. I think having that back three kind of solidified now. You can see that game to game they're building confidence with each other, growing relationships with each other, kind of knowing each other's roles and whatnot. And I think that's been probably a key factor and a foundation for us, especially at the back. And it does run right through to Josh. Josh knocks his pan in up that end of the park. So I think it's been a good foundation for us, especially in this six game unbeaten run.
You missed a short period out with that protocol. Came back. Do you feel like you're playing some of your best at the moment? You've certainly received a lot of plaudits.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was probably a blessing, and a little bit for myself. I've played quite a lot of minutes. And I think maybe having that little game out, it kind of gave me time to get my body right. Obviously there's games everywhere in this league, which I've found out this year. So it's been difficult in terms of that. But I think it kind of came in a good time for me.
You were actually named in Team of the Week after the Lincoln game by the Football League paper, and in response to that, Captain Piers Sweeney called you, he said, underrated and underappreciated, but certainly not by his teammates. What does it mean to hear that from the captain?
No, obviously that's obviously nice to hear. Especially coming for Sweeney's the captain of the club. He's obviously been sidelined for a while with his injury, so it's obviously he's maybe seen things up there that some people don't. But that's probably been a part of my game for years now, where I kind of do the work you maybe don't see. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm doing it for the team and 3 points at the end of the week.
Are you quite happy that that's how you're seeing that you just get on with doing your job?
Yeah, I'm kind of, you probably know, I'm quite a chilled guy, relaxed guy. There's nothing phases me. There's nothing really that kind of gets to me. I don't look into anything like that. So I just kind of get my head down and work really. Yeah.
On to this weekend, then a sellout SJP. There's no better place to try and get 3 points, is there?
Absolutely, I think off the back of 2 home games, we've won. We want to kind of keep that. Another 3 points would be massive. We know it's going to be a difficult game. Wrexham are up the top end of the table, looking to try and get promoted. So we also do remember they kind of turned us over away at their place. I think they probably bullied us that game. So we've looked at a few things this week, and probably parts of that game that we played away to Wrexham that we want to put right.
It is, of course, a league game, but you look at the last time we had a sellout game at SJP, which is the FA Cup game against Forest. We've seen how you boys can play when you've got 7,500 City fans behind you.
No, absolutely. That's the ones you look for. So that Forest game will probably live with me forever. That atmosphere, that game is probably one of the best I've played in. So. No, absolutely. If they can bring their noise, which they normally do, and the numbers, then it's something we look forward to.
Do you feel like the group have learned a lot from the away game at Wrexham previously this season, the 3 games we've played against Birmingham, about how to play these teams that are fighting right at the top?
Absolutely. I think the league's. I found the league very hard and difficult this year. On the teams like Wrexham and Birmingham, who have the bigger budgets, maybe teams that maybe could be in the champ. I think we've done. We've done pretty well against these bigger teams, maybe sitting in more than normal than we normally would like to. But these games are ones that we look forward to.
Just wanted to wonder if, obviously, there's a goal amongst the squad for the final few games of the season. Do you have any personal goals that you want to achieve before the end?
Not really. I didn't kind of set. I kind of came down open-minded. Obviously, it's my first year kind of down in English football, so I didn't kind of know what to expect. So I kind of just went with the ball rolling and just kind of come in and then experience new things. You know, it maybe took me a bit to settle moving away, but you know, I didn't have any personal goals really. It was kind of the only one was really try and get minutes and maybe ease my way into the team. But you know, I think I've managed to do that this year, and you know, I've thoroughly enjoyed this season so far.
You certainly have one of the highest appearance makers in terms of minutes in the first team. Go on then, how would you assess that first season in English football?
Probably up and down. You know, that's just football, to be honest with you. You know, I think we started off pretty well, and then we had that, you know, that hard period just around Christmas time and kind of led into the turn of the year. But listen, you're going to have the low moments, but you know, the fans and the management, they stuck by us as players, so we can only really pay our respect, and hopefully we can end the season and give them a good season to finish with.